Pa Lil Sutton.
La Lil Sutton.
Welcome to... Ooh.
Whose pussy is this?
Hello, welcome back.
Welcome back to Three Wash Wednesday.
Three washers.
Three washers.
I hate us.
I sometimes do, but most of the time I don't.
I'm quite liking this whole wine on a Wednesday.
It's the Wednesday wine.
And it's a late night.
A wine. A wine.
A wine?
WH wine.
And it's a late night ting.
A wine and a wine. And a late night ting.
So let's just jump into it because we've got something.
People are probably like, shut up and get into it.
Well, last podcast we talked about you guys sending in voice messages because we thought it'd be like a cool way to introduce a question and you guys to feel like you're more part of the show.
Yes, and it's kind of fun just to hear your voices for a change, although I don't ever tire of the sound of my own. But
yes. Anyway,
we've got our long-time listener, first-time caller.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, hey guys, this is a question for your podcast and feel free to put this on the podcast, I don't care. Okay, so, I wanted to know, what do you reckon makes a guy sexy? So, like for example, with guys, what we find sexy is like I'll use two broke girls for a second. So there's Kat Dennings and the blonde chick, I forgot her name. So most guys would rather get with Kat Dennings. And most will say it's probably because of her breast scissors, but it's not. It's actually because she seems like she's sexier than the blonde chick. Because she just seems like she's more down to do like freaky stuff, whereas the blonde chick seems, I don't know, like ditzy, if that kind of makes sense. So I don't know, I get like, it's probably different for girls, but for guys, a girl is just sexy if she looks like she's more down to do stuff, if that makes sense. So like a good girl will just seem too like, you know, prudish, I guess, if that kind of makes sense. So like she'd be even just too scared to get like spanked or whatever. Whereas like Kat Dennings, she looks like she's like a crazy freak. So I don't know if it's different for girls, but that's how sexiness works for guys, in my opinion. Also other things, but generally it's how freaky a girl seems like she would be. So I'm just wondering, for like, what is it in a guy that makes him sexy, if that makes sense? So don't talk about like looks. It's just like even guys that are like a 5 or a 6 or a 7 can be sexier than a guy that's like a 10. So yeah, just what do you guys reckon makes a guy sexy? Awesome, thanks.
I love that. He also goes on to say, by the way, the blonde girl in Two Broke Girls is hotter than Kat Dennings, but every guy I know would rather Kat Dennings over the blonde chick. I think this guy's talking about sex appeal.
Yeah, but I think also she, like, the contrast between those two characters is quite extreme. Like, Kat Dennings is like that bad gal. Like
she's just a down-ass bitch.
She does look like a freak. Like she's always high. She's always doing like something a little bit crass, a little bit like, you know, whereas the blonde girl, what even is her name on the show?
Doesn't matter.
But she's way more like straight and way more proper, which I feel like is maybe more the kind of girl that a guy would like wife. Versus like that sexiness which you look for in like just a freaky gal or guy. It's like, I think it's that kind of same with like bad boys.
Well, what it sounds like is that he is more attracted to someone who is confident in their sexuality and comfortable with their sexuality.
Yeah.
Because obviously if you're comfortable with your sexuality, you're going to have a sexual aura, and that to other people can be seen as sex appeal.
I feel like I agree with you, but I feel like this is quite a physical example.
Yeah.
Like, the blonde girl might be confident in her sexuality too, but she just doesn't show it.
Yeah. But also, sex appeal is so subjective.
Also, she wears a fucking pearl necklace in every episode. Like, come on.
She's a bad gal.
She likes it. They look like anal beads.
But in saying that, sex appeal is subjective. So just because he likes a down-ass looking bitch or whatever, however you want to describe it, some other guy could prefer someone that looks wholesome or finds it more attractive when someone looks like pure because they want to ruin them.
Yeah. Basically. No, it is subjective, you're right. And it's not all about just what they look like. Like, yeah, Kat Dennings has got the breastises that he mentioned, but she's got like that kind of shitty look on her face and real plump lips. Like she's pouty and she's kind of grumpy. She looks like she's wanting to stick it to the man and she'll do it.
Yeah. But what he's asking is, that's how it is for a guy's perspective. So for us, what do we find sexy in a guy that isn't necessarily about his physicality?
So someone who's like a 5 or a 6 or a 7, like you
but
said.
has heaps of sex appeal. I think it's fucking just big dick energy for me. I like someone who is confident, dominant, and has no fear of rejection.
Yep, I agree. I feel like the sex appeal thing is a way more of a lustful, like it's like your instantaneous attraction to someone before you get to know them or before you get to interact with them. I feel like the big dick energy part of it is once you meet them or you have a conversation or there's like behaviors or something, that's when that bit part comes into
solid
play.
evidence of someone's character.
Exactly, rather than just like when you first look at someone and be like, oh damn, he's hot.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I would necessarily look at someone who's a 5 or a 6 or a 7 and be like, he's fucking sexy. Because I wouldn't think that.
Yeah.
If that's their, I know that sounds really shallow, but like if that's their like number on the scale.
I think it could be a number of things. If we're just talking about looking at someone from a distance and not being able to speak to them yet and finding them sexy, I would say it could also be like how they dress, how
their demeanor,
their demeanor, like how you can see their energy in the room. Do they have a lot of people around them?
Are they happy?
Are they conversing?
Smiling?
Are a lot of people enjoying his company? You know how they say you want to be with someone who's like the host of the party or like brings people together or the fun of the party. Like that kind of energy is attractive because you can see that other people are attracted to that energy.
Right. I see that. That's different for me. I don't want to be...
Life of the party is what I was trying to say.
Oh, okay. I would have corrected you, but I didn't know that there was an actual saying about that. I don't like... I'm not attracted to that person. Yeah. So for me, that's not sexy. Like, I don't want to be around someone who everyone else is around. I don't want to be with that person who's really popular or really whatever. I'd rather be with someone who's a little bit more low-key and looks interesting to me. So that's my difference in that.
They could still be low-key and still have like connections with people in the same room.
Yeah, but I definitely, for me, the life of the party isn't sexy. But
that's I agree with that.
Yeah, like it's cool that they might attract you to be like around them, but I think that wouldn't be something that I'd be like, oh, he's sexy. He's got 20 people around him.
Some people could find that sexy though, because status could be sexy to somebody.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's definitely the way someone like carries themselves, like their mannerisms, the way they speak, like, and the body language that they use. Do they have open body language? Are they really touchy and affectionate?
I think, body language is massively important. Someone who doesn't feel like anxious in your company or like keeps touching themselves. But you know, like if you rub your arm, it means that you're really uncomfortable, and like little behaviors like that. I like someone who's always going to like be like introducing themselves or me to someone else. Yeah. That to me is sexy. Yeah. That's weird, but it's sexy. Like if someone's like, oh, this is my friend Alicia, or this is Alicia. I'm like, yep, that's me.
Yeah, that's me. Hi.
I think it's so rude when I go somewhere with someone and they don't introduce me to anyone. I'm like, okay, do you not give a fuck about me? Yeah. Or do you not give a fuck about that person?
It's like you acknowledge my presence and you also not really claim me, but like you acknowledge that I'm with you and like...
Well, they're taking care of you. Yeah, so exactly. Whether you know someone else there or not, they're making sure that you're okay by being like, this is so-and-so, you should meet this person. Rather than just leaving you to just hang on to them the whole night like a little leech. Yeah. Maybe that's a control thing. Very narcissistic.
Do you have like... If you can remember like the last time you saw someone you didn't know that was a stranger... Yeah. And you were attracted to them, what do you think it was about them that you found attractive?
Physically, probably someone who is like maybe he's tall.
He's tall. Yeah, we love a tree to climb.
Quite like I like someone also who isn't going to be afraid to like smile at you when you walk past. Do you know what I mean? Like someone who holds your gaze whether or not
that's sexy.
There's an acknowledgement. But
like,
you know when you walk
like
past...
make me look away. I don't want you to look away. Make me look away.
I always look away. I'm always like, as if I'm going to give you the time of day. And like literally
also...
avert my whole face. But then I'm like, please smile at me when you walk past because you're cute. But like, yeah.
Yeah.
Someone who holds your eye contact. If you see someone smile, a smile is a massive thing, I reckon. I always look like I've got like a bad smell under my nose, so...
Like, imagine if you made eye contact with someone in a room, and you know when you make eye contact with someone and you know you both are, like, checking each other out, and then that person just walks straight over to you. That's fucking hot.
That I'd be wet.
That's the
I
creme
got
de la creme.
a little bit of a tingle then just thinking about that. Like, that happened to me at a bar once. And we're both, like, made the eye contact, and then I did it.
Yeah.
And I was like, hi. But, like, it's quite cool when you actually both acknowledge that you're, like, interested in one another and no one just, like,
and
looks away. No one just, like, looks away and then that's it. Like, you know, you make eye contact with someone and they just, like, look away and then you're just like, oh, well, that was cool.
Yeah.
You know? It's nice when someone holds your eye contact, but not in a creepy way and especially not in a way that makes you want to look away.
Yeah.
It has to be mutual.
Yeah. Like, there's a line between, like, being confident and dominant and then just being forceful.
And also, or just an actual creep, like someone who's looking at you and you've accidentally made eye contact and you're not attracted to them at all.
You have to read our energy as well in response. Like,
absolutely, you have to read that. You can't just expect that someone's going to be interested in you because you have these characters. Like, please don't just come and make eye contact with me, anyone.
Yeah. Like, if I'm not reciprocating your body language, if I'm turning away, if I'm not making eye contact with you, probably not going to suck your dick.
No. Would be nice. But...
Unfortunately, no.
What else do I like? I like tattoos.
Yeah, if we're just talking physical.
Yeah.
Tall.
But tattoos to me are sexy. That's one thing that makes a guy sexy.
Yeah.
If I meet someone and they don't have any tattoos or they don't like... That guy that I was seeing recently had no tattoos and I thought it was really weird because normally I'm really attracted to men with tattoos. So like that was something that I was like...
No, I'm the same with that.
Can you get one then?
And fucking smell and hygiene. If you smell fucking good, I can tell you get like a lineup or something.
Yeah.
You put yourself together. You're a bit rugged, but you're still clean.
I like it when they're rough around the edges, but still tidy.
Yeah.
Yeah. You smell good.
I like someone who dresses well, wears nice shoes.
Shoes are a big...
I'm judging your shoes.
A big thing. I used to sell shoes and I've always been a shoe person.
I used to sell shoes too.
Yeah, so shoes are huge. I can't deal with like bad ones.
So all in all, sex appeal...
It's more visual. It's like that initial attraction, that first lustful thing.
It happens without conversation.
If we go back to this guy's question, how he said a 5, a 6 or a 7... that person becomes more attractive or sexy with the big dick energy behaviors versus someone who you instantly look at and see sex appeal in. Yeah. Because I get what he says, how he thinks the blonde girl is hotter than Kat Denning. I actually reckon that Kat Dennings is way hotter than the blonde girl, but that's just me.
Subjective. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that depends again on the person and your your taste or your type. Yeah. Does that? I think that about sums it up. Yeah. Wish granted. Ding.
We should have a ding at the end of every grant that we
need
wish
some
we
cool
that we grant.
Little musical notes.
Okay, next question. Would you date someone if there is amazing physical chemistry and emotional attraction, but he was shorter or the same height?
Nah.
I could do same height.
Nah.
No compromise whatsoever. This guy is your dream guy, but he's short.
He's not my dream guy then. Nah.
Absolutely fucking not.
Sorry, no.
Look, I can never say never because there's guys that I said I would never go for that I've gone for and like bitten my tongue. So
same, but you're short. Nah.
I could do same height.
I can't compromise it.
Also because I'm like I'm not tall, but I'm above average for a girl. So for a guy to be my height, he's still not that short. He's probably just an average guy height.
Yeah. I'm not that tall either. I'm shorter than you. I look deceivingly taller than I am, but I'm actually quite short. Mm-hmm. But I don't like short guys. My dad's a short guy. He's got short man syndrome. I 100% believe that short man syndrome is a thing. Nah. I couldn't. I mean, if he was my dream guy, then he wouldn't be short. Like, all of those other things, that's a deal breaker.
Yeah. All my,
like what, honestly, I couldn't be in a photo. I couldn't stand next to him walking down the street. I'd feel awkward if he was smaller, or if I couldn't wear heels, or he was the same. Like, if he was like an inch taller than me, maybe. But I like someone who makes me feel little.
Yeah. I know, I definitely like the feeling, but I don't think if you had like everything on paper and like ticked all the boxes, I could compromise on that one thing.
I wish that I could say that I couldn't. Like,
yeah. I mean, if you were really short, like a head shorter than me, different fucking story. But if we're I'm talking same height. I'm not talking shorter
same
than
height
me.
as your compromise. Yeah. I'm not compromising at all. Not
2 inches? Fuck no.
No, I can't.
6'1", fine. 6? No.
6 foot? No. Nah, I don't know. I like a man that is taller and bigger than me, that makes me feel really safe and secure.
I have to admit, a tall guy is fucking sexy.
Just like when you look up to them,
looking
you have to crane
up,
your whole
you have to
neck.
literally push on your tippy toes
your
to kiss
whole neck
them.
bends and you're like, hi daddy.
Fuck, I've been in lockdown too long.
No, we have been in lockdown way too long.
Anyway.
Yeah. I mean, this girl, maybe. Like, if all of those things are important to you, but I feel like if you're already asking us if we would date the short guy, then it's already an issue.
But there's physical attraction. She said there's physical attraction. So you're physically attracted to this person, but he's shorter than you.
Or the same height as her.
Yeah.
Nah.
Nah?
I can't. I really can't.
Okay, let's change the question. You had an amazing emotional connection with this guy. Amazing banter, really great sense of humor, took care of you, big dick energy, great taste in music, nice sized penis. But physically, maybe like a 5 out of 10.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's fine.
I just can't deal with the shortness. I can't do a short guy. I'm not super shallow in the way of looks, because I think that someone who doesn't have the same physical, I don't have the physical attraction to them, I think that can be learned over time.
I believe that too.
Like, I think when you fall in love with someone especially, there are little things about them that you fucking love that no one else sees.
Yeah.
And I think if you're not typically attractive to everyone else, so maybe a 5, if I love them, they'd probably still be a 10 to me. Mm-hmm. But if you're short, you're short. Honestly, I saw this meme, actually. I'm going to read it because it's fucking funny. It's so funny. It's like, oh my God. Scrolling. Sorry, I didn't have this prepared earlier.
While you find that.
Yep, go.
There's one thing about physical attraction that I cannot compromise on. Well, obviously dick size. Teeth. And I don't care, like, whether you're small or large or whatever in terms of body size, but you have to care about your health. You have to eat well and live well and exercise, because I do all that stuff. That's more like a lifestyle values thing.
I think that's more a mental thing. Like, I reckon that's something that you could probably figure out with someone fairly on.
But it kind of plays into physical attributes. That's where I couldn't really compromise.
Yeah, if they went to like KFC every day and didn't work out ever, their only exercise was like walking from the couch to the fridge.
Nah, I couldn't do it.
This is the meme. If you're short, you were born from pre-cum. Don't try to argue with me, half nut. I fucking love that. But facts.
All the short guys just unfollowed us, so just so you know.
That's because you've got short man syndrome. It's a real thing. I know you're angry because you're little.
But
don't try to argue with me, half nut.
It's taller than you.
Don't try and argue with me, half nut. No, my dad has short man syndrome. He's not a tall guy, and maybe that's also why I'm triggered. But no, I couldn't make that compromise.
Okay. All right, this one is like a nice little question. It kind of links our past 2 questions.
Okay.
Sort of.
Yeah.
Is sex appeal and big dick energy the same thing?
Oh, we did kind of touch on that. Nah, they're not the same.
Okay, so sex appeal is just physically speaking, a sexual attraction towards something else. It's lust.
It's lustful. It's like it's the instant feeling, seeing, visual part.
It's just purely your desire to fuck someone.
Or, yeah, they've got that energy that makes you want to be like...
It's chemistry.
Chemistry. It's like, you know when you go to the club and you see a guy that can dance, right? Versus a guy that can't dance who might be a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
But the guy that can dance has sex appeal. Because he can just move, and if he can move there...
He can move there.
Somewhere else. And so, yeah. So that's the way I look at sex appeal.
Yeah.
In that respect. Like, yeah.
Whereas big dick energy is something that you need a little bit more time spent with that person. Even if it's just like a couple hours.
Yeah.
But you need that rapport with someone to see how they move, see how they behave. And it's more like you have physical evidence of their behaviors.
I think, yeah, the big dick energy has more like indications or markers of what makes that energy. Versus sex appeal is kind of, once you get it one time, it's like, it's not really there anymore. Like, there's not really anything else to back it up other than that they move well or they're good looking.
Yeah.
Like, Justin Timberlake is an example.
Yeah.
He's not cute. I don't think he's cute. I've never thought he was cute. From NSYNC days to whatever he looks like now. But women love him. They think he's amazing. I think he's got sex appeal, but I don't think he's good looking.
Sex appeal is kind of like almost unspoken. You can't describe it. You can't use words to really place it.
Yeah.
It's like, that thing about that person. It's
And it can be, again, quite subjective. But like half of the population of women in the world probably think that Justin Timberlake is really beautiful. I don't see it.
What do you think about sex appeal in terms of like bad boys and bad girls? Why do you think people who have like toxic energy about them have so much sex appeal?
I think it's that like rules are made to be broken kind of thing. Like if you look at A$AP Rocky, he's got toxic written all over him. You know that. His face looks like velvet. I want to
But do we want to suck his dick? Absolutely.
I want to lick his face. It looks so nice, smooth and ganache-like. Chocolate ganache. You see it though. It's velvety. Like but there's something about him. He's got that bad boy. He doesn't give a fuck about you. But he would
ruin my life, Daddy, please.
He would fuck you up. He would break you in half. He would beat that pussy up, and you would be like, "Do it again."
But I also think it's something about the fact that you peel.
It's like Drake, not cute, not good looking, really.
It's almost like looking in the mirror. Like if you're someone with daddy issues and you've grown up with trauma, and you see a bad guy, he is like a mirror. Right? He reflects your demons and you're fucking attracted to that.
It's like...
Because you see yourself in them.
It's like, you know how... It's like why abusers... This is really quite heavy now. But it's like why abusers go back to people that abuse them. It's because they are so attached to that cycle, that chaoticness around them, the chaos around them, that when they're out of that and they have normal life, they're like, this isn't right. They go back to that because it's what they are used to. And it's not even about trying to be better, it's that they don't know anything else, so that's why they keep going back.
Yeah, and when you think about guys that can't commit or like are toxic, you also don't like think about them in a permanent sense. You know that it's temporary, you know that this is a fling, and that can be appealing to you if you don't want to get tied down. Yeah.
But even like you look at like the likes of like James Dean from like, you know, years ago, and he like smoked and he had his leather jacket, like those little things, or like what's his name, Danny Zuko from Greece, like they were like bad boys, but they were who all the girls wanted to be around because they broke the rules and they were different and they were edgy, not like every other straight-laced dude with, I don't know, his textbook.
and it can go both ways, like
especially if you're a bit of a good girl and then you see a bad boy and you're like, I want to
be
off
naughty
a piece of that.
But yeah, it's the same with like good guys that go for bad girls, and you're like, why the fuck are you going for that crazy ass bitch when you're such a wholesome guy?
Because they love the toxicity. They love the drama of those psycho women.
It's true.
Can't relate. I don't want to be with a psycho boyfriend.
I can't even deal with psycho girls as friends.
No, I can't even deal with my own psychoness at times.
Honestly, I'm the only crazy that I can handle in my life.
Literally, and I hide that crazy very well.
But okay, going back to like big dick energy.
Yeah, we digress. Again.
We digress. What are some examples of big dick energy that you've experienced?
Some of these things can be quite simple. Like, if a guy asks me out, he's like, I'm going to pick you up. I'm going to pick you up at this time.
Yeah, and he shows up, he opens the door, he puts you in the car.
He's on time. He doesn't...
Be early, actually.
Hey, do you know what? No, don't be early, because I'm never on time. I'm always late, but you should be on time.
Yeah.
You should be on time so I can be like, oh, sorry to make you wait.
I know. I did that for my last date, and I purposely came late, and he was already waiting, and he was like, you're late. And I was like, oh, really?
Fuck, sorry.
Oops.
Wanted to make an entrance.
I literally left my house on the time that I was meant to be there.
Of course. That's what we do. But someone who comes to the door, don't fucking text me, I'm outside. I hate that. I really hate that. Especially if it's a first date. Like, can you just ring the doorbell? We have a camera attached and I want to laugh at your picture about it later.
But also...
And so do my housemates.
Yeah, I love a guy that I know speaks everything that's on his mind. He doesn't leave too much to the imagination in terms of where I stand with him. He's like, I liked you, I like the date, I want to see you again. When can I see you next?
Yeah, that's nice.
I mean, you don't have to tell me that you're obsessed with me after the first time that you see me.
Or they're not going to tell you everything that's on their mind, like, I can't wait to blow your back out later.
No.
Like,
leave some things to the imagination.
Don't tell me that.
But
Just
when it comes
do
to, like, how you feel about me and what you want from me, tell me everything.
Yeah. I mean, communication is a big dick energy.
Great communication is fucking sexy.
It is. But I read something else as well. Great communication only works if there's great comprehension, because you can still
if you don't understand it.
over communicate it. But if you don't understand what the fuck the communicating is about, then you're not even communicating. You're just talking at me, basically.
Yeah, that's true. So sex appeal.
Yep.
Is the sexual attraction and the lust.
It's physical. It's instant. It's visual.
And then big dick energy is the behavior.
And it's more measurable.
Yeah.
There's indicators. You can tick them
evidence.
off. There's things. Yeah. They're like a simple thing as like calling instead of texting me.
Yeah.
Why are we sitting on our phones for 4 hours when we could just make a phone call?
I fucking love when someone calls me.
I mean, I often screen calls, but if you ask to, like, if we're already texting...
And you call me.
And then you call and you're like, oh, it's just easier. I love that. I get wet.
Love that.
I
do that.
Yeah, I'm like, can I call you? It's just easier.
I know.
Let's go.
I'm like, if you're like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm just chilling in bed, and then you call me. Wet.
Unless I'm like just chilling in bed, that means don't call me. It just depends. If I'm welcoming the call. But yeah, no, the phone call is nice.
Yeah.
I like that because then I can also hear your voice and you're making the time to do it rather than like walking around your house, like scratching your balls, going in the fridge and texting me at the same time. We know that's what happens.
Oh, quite like that. That's a nice little episode. I like when we have a theme.
Yeah, the theme was good. If you guys liked the theme, let us know. Maybe we can do a little poll for some options for next week.
Yeah. Just tell us. Tell us in the DMs.
Slide in. Send us a voice message.
Oi, how good was a voice message?
Like our friend. I don't even think we know his name. It's anonymous anyway.
It's anonymous. It doesn't matter.
But, yeah, send us a voice memo.
Voice memo.
They're lovely. And also they can't be screenshot.
Yeah, very true.
Life hack.
Why are we the same?
We're so the same. Okay, well, this is going to be live soon, actually.
All right.
Okay.
See you next week.
Deuces.
Bye. That's it for this episode, fam. Thanks for listening.
If you have any questions, topics, or suggestions, you can DM us on Instagram. The link is in our bio.
And don't forget, whose pussy is this?
It's yours.
Deuces.
Bye.